Since I'm repeating this section, so let's be prepared today that the class will be elongated a little bit by like 30 to 40 minutes or an hour or so, because we'll be covering up this session that we have to do it today. So let's quickly log in to Google AdWords. Are you able to log into your Google AdWords account? For example, let me go into. So I've shared usernames and password. You can log into that. Asking for phone confirmation. So which account exactly are you logging into when it's asking for an confirmation? Try a different account. There are 4 different accounts. Any one of should work. For example, Akruti Jewels, I'm logged into that. So let's try to log in into Akruti Jewels. If it's asking for verification, let me know. It should not. It is surprising why it's asking for verification. It should not. Because I am also allowed into that account. So you have to do nothing. You have to just sign in. Just put Google AdWords sign in Google. Shashank is able to sign in. So all of you must be having your Gmail accounts also. Like you can log in from Gmail accounts as well. But the only difference is you'll not be having some credit to use, and in the meantime I'll get this problem solved for you, that like from the next time you'll be able to log in into these all 4 accounts. So what you have to do, you have to just go on to type Google AdWords sign in. Sign in and just click on the link, go into there, and you can sign in. You can click here, sign in, and you can sign in into your account. So nonetheless, you can do this processing. I'll show you how to execute in campaign, which I have shown last time as well. So if you go back to the PPT, for example, let's take a case of this jewelry website only. Suppose we have an online jewelry portal, and the name of that portal is being given to us. So this was the website. Okay, this is one single page. So I'm a jeweler now. Let's decide, or I'm working for a jewelry company. Let me see. So the point is, if we are facing problems with login, I have getting a couple of queries that we are not able to log in. Not an issue. What we'll do for this sessions, let's continue. I'll show you on the screen how to execute campaigns and how to find in keywords. And then when you go back home, you can try logging in using these Gmail accounts, or either you can use your own Gmail account to log in. If you have your Gmail logged in a separate tab, and then you try to log in into AdWords, it automatically logs in, or it uses the same password and Gmail account which you have for your Gmail account. You have to just go and sign in type your Gmail ID, type your password, and you will be able to log in. Okay, so for this session, we'll be covering two things in this portal. That is how to find out a keyword, and the second thing is how to execute a campaign. So when we'll go, for example, in the tools, we'll go and we'll go in keyword planner. So now what is the utility of keyword planner? So as an advertiser, when I'm trying to sell my products, when I'm selling my products, I am putting some keywords which are relevant to my product. Okay, so for example, let me go into this. And this will go find new keywords and get search volume data. So now what will we do? We'll try to, for example, I'm in jewelry showroom and I'm selling my jewelry online. So I'll try to find what are the keywords which users or which users are using while they are shopping online. So for example, I am shopping online. I'm using some keywords while shopping jewelry online. What are those keywords? How many people are searching? How many of those words? And then we can decide, like as an advertiser, what keywords should I use for my website. For example, I'm selling jewelry online. I'll say, show me all the keywords for jewelry, and our product. This is your product or service, whatever you're selling. My product category. Now let me go into my product category. This is jewelry. Let's select jewelry here. Now you can also add your website or landing page if you want here. Then this is the area where you want. For example, you can only deliver your let me type India here. If you want only if you are based out of Delhi, NCR or Bangalore, and you can only deliver your products in Delhi, NCR, so you'll select here, okay, I just want Delhi, NCR or Bangalore or whatever, and you can select here. I select in the entire India here. Okay, I want Google and Google search partners both. So Google search partners are YouTube, Google Maps, all those portals which belong to Google. So it's better if we advertise across all the portals and there is nothing differential being charged for that. Okay, now negative keywords. Negative keywords are those keywords where you don't want the users. For example, I'm selling only genuine jewelry. I'm not selling artificial jewelry. So I don't want people who are searching for artificial jewelry to come to me. So I'll type artificial jewelry. Don't send people or don't show me keywords who are like using artificial jewelry. Now, for how much time do you want? I need it from last 1 year, May 2015 to April 2016. Then if I want to put some filters around it, for example, I want the average monthly searches. Show me all those keywords which have an average monthly searches more than 1,000, for example, I want, or less than 100. It's up to me, like I can decide these filters. If I want, like, don't show me keywords which have less than 100 searches being done, please, we can put filter here. If I have my budget where I have a budget of like 1,000 rupees, I can set my, and I want a bid not to be going more than 10 rupees, I can say don't show me bids only less than equal to 10 rupees. Okay, and ad impression share, I want all those keywords which have an ad impression share. Ad impression share is how much impressions each keyword is getting. For example, when somebody search online jewelry, how much impression that or how much views that particular keyword is getting. So competition is high, medium, low. So if too many advertisers are bidding for that keyword, then the competition is high. If the medium or okay types of advertisers are doing search or bidding for that keyword, it will be medium and similarly low. So I'll put it more generic so that we can get more research here. So these are all keyword options. If I already want to use some of the keywords which are in my account and I'm doing it again, then I can put it here that own, like there are certain keywords in my account. Can you also show the results for those keywords as well? Show keywords in my plan which I have already added. So Shashank has a question here. He says, can you repeat customize part again? Okay, so the keyword filters are, these filters are where, for example, I want to have average searches more than 1,000 or 2,000 or 4,000 or whatever number. See, if I want to play or I want to put my keywords or I want to bid there where average searches are going more than 10,000, so I can put 10,000. Now on the bid, so bid is what is the maximum amount that you can pay for your ad to be coming on top or to be clicked. I can put that amount here. So if I want, my budget is I can't pay more than 10 rupees, so I can select here, show me all the keywords which have a bid of less than 10 rupees or 100 rupees. I can select here and then add impression share. So every ad has an impression share. So for example, for the similar kind of keywords, an impression share is being distributed. For example, online jewelry, jewelry online, some other keywords. So the impression share is being distributed across these keywords. So every keyword is having an impression share. So the more the impression share, the better. If you want that, or show me all those keywords which are having more than 20% of the impression share in their particular category, so you can select here. These are all advanced options. Then if you want any particular keywords which you have already included to, which is generally a good percentage, 20% is a good percentage. Only include keywords containing the following terms. For example, I want only a specific keyword which I have already in mind. I can put here, for example, jewelry, buy jewelry online. I can put here and say, okay, show me results for these keywords also. Now I'll click on get ideas. It'll show me all the keywords related to jewelry which have been searched over this period. If you can see how much for jewelry word only, what is the average searches happening across the entire India throughout the last 1 year. So it was less in this period and then started picking up again in then April 2016. So the word jewelry, if you'll show here, see here, has an average monthly searches of 33,000. And competition is high, like too many people are bidding for it. And the suggested bid is like 10 rupees. If you bid for 10 rupees, there are high chances that your keyword will come onto the top or your ad will come onto the top. Now we can see various keywords here. Other keywords are also there, like engagement rings, wedding rings, jewelry stores, ring jewelry, so many, all related to jewelry, all kind of keywords are coming here with their average monthly searches, what is their competition, what is their suggested bid. Now the key question lies here is, what keywords should I select? I can't take all the keywords. Which are the best keywords should I select? So the point is we can download all these. By clicking here, you can download this. Now you can, I'll save it here, keyword planner. When we have this here, now from an industry perspective or as a marketer, I want the searches, I want to choose those keywords which have huge amount of searches. So I can sort it like this, like show me largest to smallest. So it'll show you keywords which are like having good searches. Good for me for all. I should choose those keywords which are having good amount of searches. Now it is Google here in the Excel does or relative kind of ranking for competition. All zero point 0.5 is here medium competition, above zero point 0.5 is maximum competition, and below zero point 0.5 is lower competition. So what I'll do, I want keywords which should have a lower competition, and I should have keywords which have lower bids in the sense this should be as per my budget. So I can do some analysis here, show me all the keywords which have good searches, then I can put a filter around of my budget, show me all those, my budget is, for example, show me all those less than 20 rupees. I can't put more than 20 rupees in budget, so it'll show you all this. And I want competition. Let's have a competition, a flow, number filters greater than 0 point, let me say 5. So it's showing greater than 5 actually. Greater than or equal to, I'll show is less than or equal to, say 0 0.5. So it show me all those keywords, but then I have to compromise on average monthly searches. But my recommendation is we can go a little high, competition doesn't matter, and we can put it like, for example, less than or equal to zero point 0.8. Let's not go into too high competition zone, but now show more keywords like, so here we can choose like these keywords look good to me and we can choose these keywords. So this is an exercise of keyword planning, how to choose keywords depending upon my criteria. So do you have any questions till now? Yes or no, any kind of replies? No replies. Good. Drinking shoes, no. Yes, bid is paying per click. We'll now touch upon this on detail. So how do we also discuss how to decide your bid last time? We can discuss it this time as well. Bid rupees. So Jagdish, if you'll choose keywords with low average searches, what will happen? You'll get less volume of people searching your keywords and you'll get less traffic onto your website. If you'll choose keywords which nobody is searching, so you'll get very less people onto your website, and then when you'll get less people onto your website, very less clicks and very less revenue. So from where you can get suggested keywords, you have to go into this tool, go into keyword planner, type all those details which we typed, and then you have to click on get ideas. For example, let me do it again. Keyword planner, go into keyword planner. Now you click on this, search for new keywords, because we have to find new keywords here. You can type jewelry here, whatever keywords were there. Your landing page you can copy here. And then what is your product category? We said jewelry. And then the geographies that we can select. Languages, we can say we want only English as a language. You can select English. Then India, then Google and search partners. I want to go for both Google and search partners. Negative keywords. I don't want people using these keywords to come onto my site. For example, I'm selling genuine jewelry or gold jewelry. I don't want people who are using artificial jewelry as a keyword to be coming in this search. So I screwed in like negative keywords don't show me. Date range, for what exactly, how much time period do I want to see this search. Now keyword filters. Work, for example, if I want average monthly searches, I want more searches or less searches, up to me. Mostly people, or I would recommend go for more searches because I want more traffic coming to my, using those keywords which are extensively being searched by the people. Yes, to place an ad in AdWords, credit card is compulsory if you are using your account. But all these four accounts that I have shared with you guys have already some credit provided in this, so you need not worry about the credit card or using your credit. There is some free credit being provided to you in all these four accounts, which you can use to play around and execute your own campaigns. So Gautam, hope you are getting the steps. I'm repeating it for you again. And then suggested bid. For example, I have a budget where I can't put more than 10 rupees per bid. I can select like show me all those keywords which are less than equal to 10. And then upon the competition, if I want more competition, if I get less competition, or if I want high competition keywords, I can select that. And then keyword options are there. And keywords to include. These are all advanced options. Like if I already have some keywords, I want those keywords to be shown here also. For example, I have some keywords already selected. I want that the search results also come up for this. Show keywords in my account, show keywords in my plan, which are already there. Show adult ideas if you want to come up with adult ideas as well. Only show ideas closely related to my search terms. So this is more of a scrutinizing. If I just want to narrow down my search, I just wanted to see only those searches which are coming closer, or which keywords are very close to my. For example, if I want jewelry, show me only little bit related to jewelry. Don't go too away from jewelry. And then keywords to include. If I already have some keyword in my mind, I can include here jewelry, buy jewelry online, whatever keyword I have in my mind. And then I have to click get ideas and show me get ideas, which we did recently only. So I'm getting queries as like what should be the number. I'll ask Adobe Assistant to solve this issue for you so that you all are able to log in into your Google AdWords account. Don't worry, that will be solved. And then I think most important thing is this part should be clear to you how to search a Google AdWord. Even you can try this process. You will not be able to execute this because if you don't want to use your credit card in your accounts, you can do this in your accounts only. You can create your accounts and then start doing all these exercise in your account as well. We can't display. So Shank is saying we can't display search volume charts. So which account are you using? 7Z Traveler. Let me share again the Google's. Password. It's not possible. You should get it because I even got it. There is nothing limitation with any of the accounts. Can you try once, Shashank, in the Kruti Jewels account? Okay. So after planning this keywords, once we have our keywords, we'll now go and see how to execute these campaigns. Now we had our, it logged me out. Let me do it again. So maybe too many users are trying at a single time, so that's why this problem is coming. So I got it. So this don't change the passwords. Huh? Is somebody trying changing the password? There are too many logins happening at the same time. So that is why it's saying that some suspicious activity on your Google account. So it's trying to block those. Huh? Let's try a different account then. So I'm able to log in into EdTech 1. Okay, now let's go and try to execute a campaign here. And we go into campaigns. So there are different types of campaigns here. If you go and click onto the campaign term and come here, please don't worry if you are not able to log in into your accounts. This problem would be solved in. I'll discuss with EduPrison and they'll give you your account number. They'll get this problem solved for you. Moreover, you can try logging in with your Gmail account as well into your account and you can try to do this all exercise here. Now, if you go into campaigns, now there are different type of campaigns which can be executed through Google AdWords. For example, there is one search network with display select. There is one search network only. So search network with display select is you can execute search campaign as well as the display campaign. Search network is only search campaign. Display network is only display campaigns. Shopping campaigns are those campaigns which I showed you a few minutes ago into the PPT. Let me show you again. So all these results which are coming on this right hand side, these are all shopping campaigns. These are majorly for e-commerce companies which want to show directly the products which they are selling related to keywords rather than putting any messages. For example, these messages are their massive selection and all that. They just want to put directly the products here. So these are shopping campaigns. Then there are video campaigns. As we discussed this time, there are certain video campaigns also, how to execute a video campaign. There was a question. So this is video campaign. You can select here and execute video campaigns on YouTube and across the web. Across the web means like wherever they have their partners. Then we have an universal app campaign. So universal app campaign is a campaign where you want to okay. So we'll name the campaign. So whatever is named the campaign. Is it campaign number 1 or whatever? For example, if it is edutech, we'll say campaign edutech. So as in type, as I said, we'll select only search network here only. So there are certain like a standard kind of campaign and all features campaign. There is nothing much difference here. There are certain more advanced features which comes when you select all features campaign, but there is no major difference among this. We'll start with standard, and in the next advanced classes we'll also explore the all features one. Then, as I discussed, there is mobile app installs, which promotes ads encouraging people to download your apps, and mobile app engagement, wherein you encourage people to install your to get engaged with your mobile apps. Then there are certain dynamic search ads. So dynamic search ads are those where you have like 3-4 different kind of ads which you have saved in, and you have 3-4 different kind of content on your website. So there are also dynamic websites where the website content changes with different type of users coming in. If for example a user is coming from display as in source, there will be different content being shown. So there, if the user is coming from email, if the user is coming from paid search, so those are all dynamic website. And dynamic search ad is where you have different ads being used to send user to different content on your website. That's an advanced stage of campaign. So call only is when where you want to put only the call as in details in your ad. You want people only to call you, nothing else. That you don't want to go them to your business, to your website or to your landing page. You'll put your phone number around and they'll be able to call you directly. So these are networks. Then, as I discussed previously, also we'll select Google search network and include search partners as well. There are certain search partners, for example, Gmail is there, YouTube is there, Google Maps is there, all the Google related placement partners and all Google related sites and partners which come into this. So we'll select here devices. So in devices, so ads will be shown on all the devices. This is a default option, we can't change it here. So this will be shown on tablets, this will be shown on desktop, this will be shown on mobiles and all the various different devices available. So location, so we can select location if you want to customize our location. If we want Delhi NCR only, so it will show me all the options. For example, I put Delhi, it will show me New Delhi. If I want Bangalore, because what is the utility of this is if I want to customize or localize my ad, I'm only selling in Bangalore, so I want only people who are searching from Bangalore to come to my website and put in query there, so I can select there. Let us select India as of now. Languages, in all what languages you want your ad to be displayed or you want people searching and coming to your ad in various languages, but as of now we'll use English only. Now bid strategy. So there are two types of bid strategy. One is a manual bid strategy, a manual cost per clicks, and another is enable enhance CPC. So enable enhance CPC is an bid strategy where Google automatically looks into your competition, looks into the keywords of other people who have been using keywords like yours and what is happening in all entire environment, and this enables an enhanced bid for you. And also depending upon which bid is your competitor putting, it will encourage and it will put that bid around so that you win the bid and you get your conversion. But usually in the starting stages it's not being recommended, because at times Google overbids you and you will may end up with exhausting your budget. So we'll start with manual CPC only and default bid and budget. So how to, and very important point here, yes, Shashank, it does automatically. When you do it enabled enhance CPC, it automatically decides your budget, and it usually take it up in an, like it enhances your budget by 30% most of the times, and then bid for it. So in initial stages it's not recommended, because Google will put an enhanced limit bid to it. Yes, you can put a limit to it. For example, you decide 10 rupees is in bid, so it will automatically enhance your bid by 30% whenever required, and then it will start bidding for it. So the limit here is 30%. So what is a default bid and a budget? How to decide this? We did discuss on this exercise last time. For example, I am in jewelry share. No, we can't make it 10%. I'm in jewelry showroom, and suppose how to decide my bid and the budget. So budget can be decided on the basis of my margins. How much minimum daily budget AdWords will allow every time. So it depends upon your bid. Suppose if you have your bid as 10 rupees, you can put in multiples of 10. You can put 20 only, but if you put 20 in two bids only, it will be exhausted, and your this advertisement will never come on the top, because in the meantime, if you get a 2 clicks, your entire budget is being exhausted. So it's advisable at least to put 10 times of what is the minimum budget. So you can put 100 here, but the point is how to decide it. Yes. So Shashank asked, like, for the enabled enhanced CPC, will it every time enhance my bid by 30%? Most of the time it enhances, although it says that it will also decrease your budget by 30% whenever required, but most of the times it only enhances. So for example, how to decide my budget? For example, as a jeweler, I have an average order value of 1,000 rupees. For example, my average amount sells for not 1,000, as in jewelry shop it will be more like 5,000 rupees, and I earn maybe 30% or 40% out of it, like I earn 2,000 of every order. And when I earn 2,000 of every conversion that is being happening on my side, out of that, if I decide like, okay, let me keep at least 1,000 rupees is in profit, and rest of 1,000 rupees I can pay to Google for getting me more traffic. So for this 1,000 rupees as in conversion on my website, I if I have 1,000 rupees as in cost of conversion or as in cost of acquiring visitor on my side, for these 1,000 rupees, I can pay, like for example, for all the 10 visitors that are coming to my site, I can pay all the only one buys from me out of the 10 visitors which are for. So for all those 10 visitors, for example, I can pay this 1,000 rupees, because that will give me one conversion. So for all the 10 visitors that are coming to my website, for all those 10 clicks that I am getting on to people coming on my website, I can pay 1,000 rupees. So for one click to my ad, I can pay 100 rupees. This is way how I can decide my bid depending upon my budget. This was just an example. This couldn't be like, if it comes down, I can have a different budget also. So this is how we decide. So the question is from Balaji, what happens when we decrease bid amount from rupees 10 to rupees 10? May chances to click get lower, showing in SEM ad will be 5, 6, 10 page. No, so the SEM ad doesn't goes on 5, 6, 10 pages. So the SEM ad is only top 3 ads. It's not SEO. Either it will be one ad, either it will be two ad, or either it will be three ad. It will not be more than that. So if your bid wins, then you will be only displayed. If your bid doesn't win, you will not be displayed. Your ad will not be displayed. So this is how I decide my budget and all. So I decide my budget to be 100 rupees and let the default bid be 10 rupees. Now there are certain extensions which will be touching on details. So location extension is where I also want to show my location as well. For example, if you'll see in few of the ads where the location is also being showing, then site links is if I want to show different pages. For example, let me give you an example. Let me search for flipkart.com, or it's directly going to flipkart.com. If I search only for Flipkart, so these are all site extension where it's being showing various pages. If somebody wants to go for mobile or women's clothing or login or Wix, and this is all where they are showing your social media links also. These are all site extension about the company. We'll touch upon all this step by step. So then there is a call extension where I want to put my number so that people can directly call me. Then there are call outs. The call outs are if I want to put some extra features about my advertisement. For example, I want to put more that I also have a feature of 30-day return. It is like online delivery in 1 day, or some of the key USPs of my product I can put in call outs. And if I save and continue, let's move forward on this. No, Shashank, our ad extensions are not chargeable. So this is majorly advised that we should have more or more ad extensions, because as per a recent study by Google, it's being advised that like if you put ad extensions, there are more chances that your ad will come and appear on the top. So the contact number is something, Sushil, when you search for something. For example, you search for like vendors, for some vendors or gyms or some other any stuff like beauty salons or something in your area. So it will show up some numbers of those people also. Those are all ad extensions. So it's saving, it's taking time. It's taking too much of time. So I couldn't get your question, Sushil. You're saying additional information about hotel extra service. Can you please elaborate? So call outs, as I said, Shashank, are extra features which you want to put in your, let me show you in the PPT also. So we'll touch upon these in details, ad extensions. So that is why I just, we'll discuss each and every extension in detail. It should be here on. So then I'm looking for an example here. It's going too slow for me. Callouts are additional features. So there is a limited space. When you put your ad live, you have some space or limitation in terms of characters. For example, 35 characters you can put for your headline, 25 for your differentiating factors. So this gives you an additional option where you can differentiate yourself by putting various more features about your company or about your ad. It got stuck here. There is some problem happening because too many logins at the same time. So because too many logins happening, it's like changing the password. Let me change the password for this one. So I may have to execute this again. So as we said, like we go into search network only. Let me quickly do this. Campaign number 1, search. Will search network India only. Let me select English. And manual CPC, I select 10. Default bid and budget as 100. And then save and continue. So it says the campaign name already exists. Let me do it campaign number 2. And I say save and continue. So now the concept of ad groups. So what exactly is an ad group? So ad group is a combination of various landing pages and keywords. For example, you have 10 different keywords. Now you want to put them and want to monitor their performance. So you have to put them in different ad groups. I created ad group number 1, ad group number 2, and ad group number 3. In ad group number 1, for example, I'm a jewelry company. I'll put all the bracelet keywords. In ad group number 2, I'll put all the rings keyword. In ad group number 3, I'll put all the earrings keywords. So I can create different ad groups. Now you will ask, what is the purpose of creating these ad groups? So ad groups is basically to make your campaign more manageable, number one, so that you can monitor the performance of various different keywords and various different ads as well. Because in each key in ad group, you can put 1 or 2 different ads pertaining to each keyword. So you have this combination and you can find out which keyword is performing better for me and which keyword is not, so that you can then filter out that going further I'll keep only these keywords and I'll use only these words. These are high performing keywords and these are low performing keywords. So the objective is very clear, to make the campaigns more manageable, one. Number two, to make it to do more of an split testing or A/B testing and find out which is performing and which is not performing. So we can put our landing page also. It will automatically scan the landing page. If you want. So it'll scan that landing page and it'll tell you what are other keywords. There are some keywords which you can use. So it say enter your product and services. May I say tour and travels. Let me say travels. Now it will give me some keyword ideas at least, which I can use it from here. So it's saying air travel, 2000k plus search, airfare. I can use some keywords directly from here as well if I want. So again, the bid that I have put there, 10 rupees. Then I can name this, then I can continue to ads. Now it will ask me, how do you want to create your ad copy and where do you want your users to go? For example, I put a final URL. So there is some difference between a final URL and a display URL. So final URL is a URL where your ad or where your visitors who are clicking on your ad finally goes. For example, it can be a customized page also, it can be a sub page on the website also, or it can be the main home page also. So how this is different from the display URL. Display URL, we can put the home page of the company, and final URL is the URL where we want visitors to launch after seeing this ad. And this could be a customized page also. It can be a landing page also. But in this case, it's same. So ad contents, for example, I'm in tour and travel company here. So I'll use a headline as an best travel experience. So this is just an headline, and in the ad preview you can see how it will come. Best travel experience, it will show you, and these are some of the sample ads. So headline always come on the top, and then you have a link where you want your users to go, and then you have a description. There is this description which you want to see, which you want to put here would be your key USPs, unique selling points, your key differentiators, which will encourage the users to come and click onto your website. For example, I put here description of, let me say, best travel experience for you. It's already there. So money back guarantee, I can put this 100% satisfaction, something like that. So whatever key points are there. So it says like some of the information you entered is too long, so I need to make it a little short. Let me put it there. Or I can say here, or I can say 10% discount here, or 20% discount buy now. So my ad will look something like that. And if I haven't device preference, I can click mobile. It's also show how it will look on the mobile as well. And then I can click on create ad. So it will show this is how my ad will look like. And I can click on either I can review or I can click on save and finish. And this is my ad now created. So Google will now review this ad. It will go to my website page, landing page. It will check if all the conditions are met. It majorly checks Google. Google may. So Jagdish is asking, should the keyword airfare be included in the ad or not? Yes, keyword should be included, but previously I was in a different account, so where we were running a campaign for jewelry. So that account got logged. Now I logged into a travel account. So I was just, the purpose here is to show you through the steps how to execute a campaign. So the first step which we did was to find out the relevant keywords. So that was the keyword planner. So when we search upon those keywords, we added those keywords from keyword planners, and then we created this ad group. And in this ad group, we added those keywords, and it will go live now. After it will go through various scrutinies by Google. Google will look whether I am using the right keywords and I'm using the right link, and if I am not using any obscene or nudity materials and all those stuff, and then it will approve my ad and it will go live. And if you also want to edit this, now you can edit it, change the name of here, and if you want to put, for example, change URL, change bids, you can do all the stuff. So this is how you execute a campaign. So Shashank says, like, do you have a step-by-step procedure defined in your PPT, which will be, yes, there is a step-by-step procedure in the PPT laid out, which will show you how to execute this campaign, how to choose the keywords, and then go to the campaign and execute the campaign. Well, let me quickly walk you through this. So So this is how it will show you. This is how we did, like using a keyword planner tool, how to do a keyword planning, how to, what are negative keywords which I have shown you, like artificial jewelry. If I don't want artificial people who are searching for artificial jewelry to come to my website. Now these are the, in keyword planner tool, what are the average searches that I was getting, what are the keywords, what are their bid, what is the competition. And you can download this and do your analysis in your Excel. So all this stuff is being covered, like setting up your AdWords, ad groups, which I said, like ad group 1, ad group 2, ad group 3. So ad group 1 is majorly, if for example, if I am an car seller, for example, I am in Maruti Suzuki company. So how I will plan my ad groups is, for example, I have 3 different kinds of car, that is hatchback, sedan, and SUV. So I'll create 3 different groups and then put different models uh, as in keywords in all those, and then start executing my campaign. So the basic purpose of putting ad group around is to see the performance, which is performing better, which is not performing better. So the campaign procedure will also come in subsequent slides. Please wait a while. Now this is how you set up your ad groups and monitoring a campaign. This is setting up your campaign. Now this will tell you which type of campaigns to select, geography targeting as we discussed, like how to select geography targeting. Then search network only we need to select, how much bid we want to put and how much budget we want to put. Ad extensions, what are, though we will discuss ad extension in subsequent slides in a little more detail now. Now writing ad copy, as I described, like on the top we need to write a headline, then we have unique value proposition, differentiate yourself, and all that. So this is all defined here. So now one most important thing is, one thing is bid, how much you bid for your keywords or for your ad to come onto the top. Other important thing is quality score, which defines or which tells whether your ad will come onto the top or not. So how quality score is defined, you will find too much literature around quality score, and because it's a hidden logarithm by put together by Google. So how quality score is basically defined on the relevance, because the objective of this is Google also want its user to get relevant results when they are searching. For example, if I'm searching for buy watches online and if I'm getting results which are showing me laptops selling online, I'll stop going to Google. So Google pays a very important emphasis on relevance, which it measures through quality scores. So quality score is relevance between your keyword, between your ad, and between your landing page or your website. For example, I'm using jewelry as a keyword, so my ad should also talk about jewelry, and my landing page or my website should also talk about jewelry. This is relevance. Then Google also pays stress about the landing page quality. How good is your landing page? How fast it downloads? Does this have the keywords or not? How is the user experience on your landing page? Now, there is one more factor which decides your quality score is ad formats, wherein how well designed is your ad? Are you using site extensions or not? The extensions or not, ad extensions. If you are using ad extensions, there is high probability that your ad will come onto the top. So these are certain of the factors which defines how my quality score is going to be, and higher the quality score, higher will be my ad on the top. So we'll discuss this quality score in detail on this in the subsequent slide. So this was majorly a recap of the previous session. It was a little faster because I have already covered this in the last session also. But if you still have any questions, just let me know. So Shashank says, what about those misleading ads which have some description and landing page is different than description? So Shashank, coming back to your first point, you'll very rare find these kinds of ad which are not relevant, because Google has a very stringent criteria in place that if your ad is not relevant, Google will make sure that in search engine marketing it will not come up in top 3 pages. You can go and try this while you execute your campaign. So you try putting the keyword as jewelry, and then you put your URL as in something linking to a laptop site. So Google will not approve your ad. First, if somehow it gets approved, it will not come up on top 3, which is because in SEM only top 2 or top 3 sites are being shown. If still it comes somehow, it will be there for few of the minutes or few of the, I would say, an hour or so, and then Google will rule it out. So Google Analytics, Shashank has a doubt on Google Analytics. So Shashank, we have already discussed Google Analytics in the previous session. This was a recap session on Google AdWords, but sure, I'll take up your doubt, but we'll take that doubt after the session is being completed, because on Google AdWords only, I want to complete this Google AdWords section, and then we move to display and retargeting, and then we can move to Google Analytics. If you have any doubt, we can take it one-on-one, because I don't want to spend the time of the entire batch discussing about Google Analytics. We can have one-on-one after the session is being covered, and we can discuss it on whatever your doubts is throughout anything on digital marketing. I'll be more than happy to answer you. So we'll take a quick 10 minutes break, and then we'll start with our next part, that is SEM2, the advanced SEM2. But before that, let me know if any one of you have any doubts, any questions regarding your accounts. I'll touch back with Edu Kristen and ask them that about the verification part, if they can take care of that. That might have happened because there were too many logins at a single time to that account. So you have also seen that I have also faced that problem, that asked me to change the passwords. So any other questions? Anyone have any other questions? And we can touch back after 10 minutes and we can pick up the next stuff. Any questions you can ping back, yes or no, if you have questions, or then we can go to the break of 10 minutes. Can I assume no if somebody is not typing in? Can you guys please reply back at least that you have questions or not? Yes, we have to practice it. Like Google AdWords, I'll ask again to share this renewed passwords with you guys. I'll ask the Adobe team to share the passwords, and let me share it again with you, Sushil. Just give me a minute. See if it works. Yes, Umesh, we have to keep practicing on, so we can discuss a little more about this in the next session also, when you go and execute your campaigns out there, and then we can discuss in the subsequent slides on the subsequent session. So it is 12:15 in my clock. We'll touch back again at 12:26. So break for 10 minutes, and then we'll start with the next session.